when I'm focusing on what I want, my life just becomes more beautiful. And when I'm appreciating what's going on now and saying thank you for that thing that I wanted, then I get more of that in the future. Hey beautiful beings, I hope you're having an amazing day. I wanted to sit down and make a short video about one of my favorite topics in the world, and it's sort of like a mental attitude, a philosophy, a narrative, and it's something that I've been practicing for a long time in my life, maybe about 6 years, 7 years, and it's totally changed my life, totally transformed my life. And I also practice it as a journaling exercise, and I know that a lot of you have asked me questions about my journaling practice and what does it look like. And so here's one thing that it could look like, and also just something that, if it resonates with you, could be fun to play around with in your life. So I'm going to share about it and share just a little bit about how it's adding value to my life right now. And I hope that it adds value to your life, or that this video offers you some piece of value in your life right now. The practice is asking myself, how or why is this happening for me? And it was really cool when I started practicing it, because I noticed that I would ask myself a lot, like, why is this happening to me? Like, to me, like, life's happening to me in this way that for me sort of felt like it had a negative connotation. And I noticed as I started to really feel like, no, like this is my life. I'm the creator of my life, that I started to trust more in the process of my life, and that I was creating, and that therefore everything I was creating must be happening in some way for me. Even if that way was to show me contrast, to let me know, like, okay, I don't want this thing, and that helps me focus on what I do want. So it's cool, because if you're interested in law of attraction or know that concept by those words, I mean, I think we're all interested in attracting what we want. I feel like this really plays into that. So maybe it'll feel familiar. Maybe this is something you're already playing around with. For me, when I started shifting my thoughts into, how is this happening for me? Why is this happening for me? It was amazing what started to surface. And I started to realize, like, wow, there are so many reasons that this particular situation is happening for me right now. And things that I probably was overlooking. I was definitely overlooking, because I was focusing on, like, why is this happening to me? Which for me brought up this feeling of, like, ugh, poor me. And also, I'm not in control. I feel out of control. Things are happening to me. It sucks. And it just didn't feel good. This feels good for me. And sometimes it doesn't feel good initially when I'm in a space that feels like I don't want this right now, or that parts of me feel like I don't want this element of this thing that I'm focusing on. But I have found that this practice really helps me open up to see a bigger picture of what's going on. So one way I might utilize this, I did this recently. I actually created a journaling exercise for this and, like, wrote it all out for the membership program that Connor and I have on our website, which I'll link down below if you want to check out. And as I was writing it out, I was thinking, like, wow, actually this would be really helpful for me to do right now. So at the time, the situation was something around, I'm living with 2 partners right now. I'm living with Connor and Bridget, and if you're curious about that, you can check out one of the other channels that Connor and I have. I'll link those down below too. And at the time, I was feeling like, just feeling a lot of emotion around what they could be feeling at those moments, because we were all sort of like navigating new situations together. We are, and I think that we experience like these great times of resonance, and then other times where we're moving through some things, some just feelings and emotions inside of us. And I was really thinking about, like, why is this happening for me? And what came up was just pure beauty, and recognizing that these are the ways that I want to be growing, and I want to be supporting the people around me, and that I'm so grateful to be offered these opportunities to grow deeper within myself and learn how to hold space really well. To hold space for myself and for the parts of me that feel like they need things to be differently right now. Learning how to soften into the unknown, how to soften and have more space for our emotional bodies as humans, as a collective species. Learning to trust in the process more, learning to find joy in all the beautiful moments throughout the day, no matter what, and especially when there are things going on that offer contrast, because I've found that when I'm focusing on what I want, my life just becomes more beautiful. And when I'm appreciating what's going on now and saying thank you for that thing that I wanted, then I get more of that in the future. And it does allow me to keep dreaming. You know, whether or not what's going on for us right now is something that feels like this is a hell yes, or this is a yes and I want this thing to be different, or if this is like, this is no, this is definitely a no, no matter what, I'm able to gain more data on myself. And that's ultimately what I feel like I'm here to do. I'm just here to play and grow and learn and gain more data and figure out more of what I want based on that, and create new dreams which will come to me. And when they come, I can say thank you, that feels so good, and create new dreams based on whatever's in my present experience. And that, like, the future and the present are always really happening for me. And with that attitude, I just feel so much more peace about life and so much more centered, and like I'm really enjoying the process. And I've found for myself, life is all about the process. It's about the journey. It's not the destination. If you started following me a long time ago when I was talking about minimalism, you know, I think that really hits on that topic where we're interested in having fewer things and just really being there for the journey. It's not about like some end goal, because there is no end goal for me. I feel like there's always going to be more that I want. That's part of why I'm here, is to want and to create and to just experience being human. So I'm totally in that and loving it. And I think a big reason why I'm loving it is because I'm always asking myself, how is this happening for me? And thank you for happening for me, and just being pumped about being here for the whole ride. So I hope that's fun for you. If you want to check out the membership site, you can. I also just created like a journaling product if you just want access to the exercises. I think we have like 25 exercises on the membership site right now. You could do that. You can follow me on Instagram. I share a lot about my life and what I'm journaling about, what I'm philosophizing about, what my relationships look like right now, what my workouts look like, just what life with Ilya, a 4-month-old, looks like. Yeah, I'd love to share more with you. I love connecting with you. I so appreciate you being here and being interested in what I have to offer, and I hope that it feels good and valuable for you. Sending you so much love.